Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Property Subcommittee, Staffordshire County Council, today, Wednesday, the 5th of April 2023. First item on the agenda is declarations of interest. Does anybody have any declarations of interest? For the record, nobody's indicating. Second item on the agenda is the minutes of the meeting held on the 1st of March 2023. Can I sign those off as a correct record of the meeting? Okay, that is unanimous. Thank you. Third item on the agenda are leases to academies. Councillor DeVille.
Yeah, thank you, Chairman. Fairly straightforward item. Proposal is around the standard academy lease for the Bridge Short Stay School in Lichfield City North. It is, of course, Chairman, the Department of Education's expectation that a lease will be granted. I'll just bring, if I may, Chairman, Jason in, if you have anything at all to add to this item, Jason.
Okay, thank you. Yes, this is just a straightforward academy transfer as per the Secretary of State expectation. No issues with this one.
Okay, do we have any local member input?
No local member comment.
Right, pretty routine with leases, so where do I start? Finance. John Tradewell, any comments?
Nothing on this one, thank you, Chair.
Legal, we've got our usual legal representation, but also Layla Green, who's joined us today you're a trainee solicitor. You're very welcome. Ms. Green, are you going to have a crack at this, or are you going to leave it to the... Oh, okay.
No
legal.
comments from legal, thank you.
You see, it's easy. You could have done that one, couldn't you? Valuation?
No comments from evaluation, Mr. Chairman.
And in lieu of Ian Turner, anybody else got any comments? No? Well, you're the corporate director for Ian Turner, so yeah. Okay, members of the committee, any comments before we vote? No? All those in favour? It is approved unanimously. Is that us? No, we've got one more, haven't we, I think?
This is sort of like a separate part 2 item on the same school, which is a shorter lease because it's a little bit more complicated. That might need a little bit from Jason on that one, just to sort of explain what that was about.
Then, in that case, do I need to move exclusion of the press and public for this section? No? Okay, the part 2 item then. And the thing that's got me is that there's separate things. It's on a supplementary in the mod.gov form. Right, the second part of this. Right, gotcha. But I think the thing to do to start off with is, Councillor DeVille, did you want to introduce this and we'll hand over? Or go straight to...
Chairman, I'll very, very briefly introduce it. But Jason, do you want to come in with the item that we just discussed, around the matter that we just discussed? And then I'll just read the recommendation out, Chairman, if that's okay with you. Jason?
Okay, so the bridge is actually located at the Western Springs Academy, which is part of the Arthur Terry Learning Trust. Before academising, Western Springs was actually a trust school, so SCC didn't have the freehold. Whilst the bridge was a maintained school, we were okay to have the lease with the County Council on their behalf. Now that they are academising, as it's just been approved, we're seeking authority to amend the lease to allow us to underlease to the bridge at a peppercorn rent, which because the County Council actually pays the rent for this, because we've got the obligation to provide the places. So that's the authority that we're seeking.
So is there any valuation comments?
None from valuation, Mr. Chairman.
Legal?
No additional comments, it's just to regularise the position, and legal has had an input into the report as well.
Mr. Tradewell, anything on behalf of Mr. Turner? That's called delegation upwards, isn't it? Go on holiday and leave the corporate director to pick up the pieces.
absolutely happy with this item.
Members of the committee, any observations? Anything you'd like to sum up with, Councillor DeVille, before we take the vote?
I'll merely, Chairman, sum up by reading out the recommendation, if I may. Or, Chairman, would you prefer us to take it as read? Take it as read. Okay, fine.
All those in favour? That is unanimous. Are we concluded? Yes. In that case, Property Subcommittee is concluded. You need to sit still until the camera turns off.